What's up, Cowboys Nation? Y'all better buckle up because we've got some serious fireworks today. No, this isn't some boring training camp update or minor roster tweak. This is big. This is breaking. This is the kind of headline that sends shockwaves through the NFL landscape. Are you ready? Because the Dallas Cowboys have just made a jaw-dropping move that could change the entire trajectory of their season. They've officially signed Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jordan Phillips. That's right, folks. Jordan Phillips, the big man, the disruptor, the beast in the trenches, is bringing his 6'6", 330-pound frame straight to at&T Stadium, and you better believe the rest of the NFC is taking notice. This isn't just some veteran addition or a depth filler. This is a calculated, aggressive, statement-making signing from Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office, and let me tell you, it has Cowboys fans across the country jumping out of their seats. We're talking about a player who has made a name for himself over the years by being a force on the defensive line. He's not just a space eater, he's a playmaker, a tone setter, and he brings with him something this Dallas defense has sorely needed: presence. Identity. A veteran's edge with playoff experience and a chip on his shoulder. Now, let's not get it twisted, this move didn't just come out of nowhere. For weeks, whispers have been flying around about the Cowboys looking to shore up the defensive interior. Sure, we've got young talent like Motzi Smith developing, and Osa Odigizwa has been quietly having a solid run, but when you're trying to make a Super Bowl push, solid ain't enough. You need proven guys. Guys who've been in the fire. Guys who can push the pocket, clog up running lanes, and free up your star linebackers to fly around and do damage. And that's exactly what Jordan Phillips brings. This dude has been a problem for offenses since he entered the league. A former second-round pick, a Pro Bowler with over 20 sacks to his name, and more importantly, he brings attitude. Swagger. That old-school dog mentality that fans have been begging for on the interior D-line. Think back to that 2019 season when he racked up 5 sacks from the interior for Buffalo. That's elite production for a DT. That's Aaron Donald-level noise, and while Phillips might not be Donald, he brings that same relentless energy that can completely wreck a game plan. You can't single him up without paying the price, and when you've already got guys like Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Sam Williams coming off the edge, adding Phillips to the middle? Man, that's scary. It's a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks and defensive coordinators alike. But let's not stop at stats. Let's talk impact. Leadership. Intangibles. Phillips isn't just bringing numbers, he's bringing fire. He's been in locker rooms with playoff teams, he knows what winning looks like, and he's hungry. After bouncing between teams and fighting through injuries, he knows this might be his best shot to make a run, and he chose Dallas. That says something. It says he believes in this team. It says he sees the potential and wants to be a part of it. And let me tell you, Cowboys Nation is already embracing him with open arms. The Ken is officially celebrating. That's right, the Cowboys culture, the locker room energy, the vibes, all on the rise. You can feel it. You can see it in the reactions from his new teammates. Micah Parsons posted a fire emoji on X. DeMarcus Lawrence reportedly called him a warrior. And the coaches? Smiling ear to ear. Dan Quinn is probably already drawing up blitz schemes, and 3-4 looks to maximize the havoc this guy can bring. Because Phillips isn't just a one-gap guy. He's versatile. He can play nose in a 3-4, shade in a 4-3, and he brings that rare ability to collapse the pocket from the middle. That's gold in today's NFL. With all these mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, and Kyler Murray in the NFC, you can't just attack off the edge. You need pressure up the middle. You need guys who force QBs to step back, hesitate, panic, and that's exactly what Jordan Phillips does. And let's not forget the strategic aspect of this move. This signing isn't just about talent. It's about matchups. It's about building a complete defensive front that can handle any type of offense. We all saw what happened last year when the Cowboys got gashed up the middle against San Francisco. That can't happen again. You want to win in January? You better be able to stop the run and pressure the QB, and this move says the Cowboys are dead serious about both. Phillips plugs a hole that's been leaking for years. No more soft middle. No more giving up easy second and threes. This is trench warfare, and the Cowboys just added a battle tank. Now, there are some out there saying, yeah, but what about his health? He's had some injuries. Fair point, but this isn't a 17-game starter role. This is a rotational weapon, a situational hammer, a guy you bring in on 1 ST and 10 or 3 RD and short and let him go to work. Manage his reps, keep him fresh, and unleash him when it matters most. That's how championship teams operate. They stockpile depth, rotate talent, and keep their monsters healthy for the postseason. And if Phillips gives you 60%, 70% of his peak form, that's still better than most team starters. Let's take a second to talk about the ripple effects. This move doesn't just elevate the defensive line, it elevates the entire defense. It lets the linebackers play faster. It gives Parsons more one-on-one matchups. It forces offenses to shift protection, adjust formations, and second-guess their blocking assignments. And that opens the door for turnovers, strip sacks, tip balls, all the momentum-swinging plays that win games. And think about what it means for the younger guys. Motsy Smith now has a seasoned veteran to learn from. OSA and Chauncey Galston? They've got a mentor. It's iron sharpening iron, and when you've got that kind of competition in the room, everybody gets better. That's what winning cultures do. They bring in high character, high motor players who push everyone around them. And Phillips, by all accounts, is that guy. He's vocal. He's emotional. He plays with passion, and he's going to fit in perfectly with the swagger this defense already has. And let's not ignore the optics here. The Cowboys didn't wait for week 1 to make this move. They saw a weakness and addressed it early. That's smart team building. That's proactive, not reactive. That's how you win Super Bowls. You identify your soft spots, and you attack them with urgency. This isn't 2018 anymore. This isn't the old conservative Cowboys. This team smells blood, and they're going all in. The NFC is wide open, and they know it. Philadelphia, San Francisco, Detroit, they've all got flaws. And Dallas? Dallas is quietly building a monster. A team that can hang with anyone, anywhere. And if the offense led by Dak, CD, and Tony Pollard can stay healthy and deliver, then this defense with Phillips now in the mix could be the best in the league. I'm talking number 1 scoring defense. I'm talking takeaways, sacks, game-wrecking performances week in and week out. Now listen, I know some of y'all are skeptical. You're thinking, every year we get hyped, and every year we fall short. And I hear you. I really do. But this year feels different. There's a new energy around this team. The roster is deeper. The defense is nastier. The coaching is sharper. And the front office? They're making moves like this. Calculated, aggressive, win-now moves. That's what gives me hope. That's what makes me believe. Because they didn't need to do this. They could have rolled into week 1 with the guys they had. But they chose to get better. To add a piece. To chase greatness. And as a fan, that's all you can ask for. A team that's hungry. A team that's not satisfied. A team that's willing to take risks and fight for every inch. So here's the bottom line, Jordan Phillips is a Cowboy. Let that sink in. The Pro Bowl defensive tackle. The interior wrecking ball. The veteran with fire in his belly. He's wearing the star now, and I for one couldn't be more excited. I can already see it now. 3 RD and 5, late in the fourth quarter, we're clinging to a 3-point lead. Opposing QB drops back and boom. Phillips explodes through the line, collapses the pocket, and gets the sack. Game over. Stadium erupts. Season changes. That's the kind of impact we're talking about. That's what this move represents. So get loud, Cowboys Nation. Show your love in the comments. Do you think this is the missing piece? Do you see this defense becoming elite? Are you all in on Jordan Phillips? Let me know below. Smash that like button, subscribe if you bleed silver and blue, and turn on those notifications. We're going to be breaking down film, training camp battles, preseason updates, and every twist and turn of this wild season.